Welcome to City Focus. I'm Marcus Mecanico, the media coordinator for the City of Valdosta. This is the 13th episode of City Focus in 2020. City Focus is your source for what's happening within your government. Here are the most important topics that are happening in the city. The city's utilities department is asking citizens for help in keeping inflow and infiltration from getting into the sewer system.
This is actually a clean out from a homeowners, which is typically at the property line. Sometimes we have them closer to the house. But this is just an easy accessible point for a plumber. If you have issues with fat oil and greases or a blockage in your home or debris inside your line,
some of these caps are in low-lying areas and are hit by lawnmowers or are removed and never replaced. It is the property owner's responsibility to replace the caps.
They're damaged, if they're broken, if they're removed, please replace them. The city went through a few months of smoke testing throughout the whole city. There's about 400 miles of sewer line with the city itself, and we had located 1,400 clean-out caps that was either broken or removed in low-lying areas, which causes infiltration and inflow. It causes issues if there's a blockage within the line. You have sewage come back up in here, which can cause sewage spills. It causes issues for the property owners.
This is something neighborhood developers can do to help the city system and prevent spills. For more information,
we encourage every citizen, every resident, every business owner to try to work with the city and help us solve the issue. This is a small issue, but it can pay a big price for our collection system and the homeowners. We would appreciate the help with this, with making sure these caps are on.
For more information, contact the Utilities Department. The City of Valdosta recently cut the ribbon on a new home on Lily Street, built with CDBG funds. Homeowners Derek and Barbara Scott tried repairing their previous home before reaching out to the city for the funds. After the Scotts found out that they were eligible for the program, the process began to get them a new home. They are extremely thankful for the city providing this type of program.
It was in need of repair. I had actually started on it myself, but by it being at the level that it was at, because it was a much older home, it was better to start from scratch. I found out about this program that was going on, and I qualified. I'm glad that the city would actually take the time to do that. I mean, it's a city that does, more than just the homes. They do a whole lot. And every aspect of it that I've dealt with has been awesome.
For more information, call the Neighborhood Development Division at 229-671-3617. Citizens Police Academy recently completed 9 weeks to learn all about the Valdosta Police Department. The class began in the spring but had to be halted due to COVID-19. Their group came back in the fall to complete the course.
Everybody should go through this. It is a great, I think it was 9 weeks. It was a great 9 weeks. Learned a lot. I mean, I'd like to go through it again. It gave me a lot of respect. You learned a lot when we went to the police academy and we did the shooting on the simulator. That made your heart start pumping, and that was just simulation. These guys go through it in real life, so yeah, it gave me a lot of respect.
To sign up for the next Citizens Police Academy, contact the Valdosta Police Department. On Saturday, November 7th, they held one of its hotspot neighborhood cleanup events.
Our Love Where You Live campaign, basically we'll be going out in the community, going in pretty much cleaning up. This week we've been having them put out bulk trash out by the road. Anything that's been put out, the city crew's gone through this week and picked it up. We've had crews in trimming back shrubs, weed eating, cutting grass, cleaning stop signs, street signs, road signs, anything that needed to be done in the area.
Volunteers from VSU and Moody Air Force Base helped city staff clean the area between River Street and Hill Avenue.
We have several volunteers already signed up through our City of Valdosta website. We have a fraternity that's going to be out. We have people from Moody that will be here. We have employees that will be on site.
City staff searches for spots that need a little love in this quarterly event.
We go out, my job is to ride around, trying to pick out the spots. Between myself, I work close with Public Works, the city marshals, different departments in the city, stormwater, to decide what needs to be cleaned up, to decide what areas need it the most.
For more information, contact Public Works. The Valdosta Fire Department has a new device to sanitize the trucks and sleeping quarters of the station.
The aerocloth is a disinfectant that the City of Valdosta Fire Department has now recently purchased. Many professionals are now using it. It is also compliant with FDA as well as OSHA and NFPA standards. They have been in existence now since the early 2000s. It provides a disinfectant for multiple types of bacteria.
The device will save cleaning time and get the firefighters back to work sooner.
And as far as the engine, as we know, it's a whole lot smaller, and we'll be able to disinfect our engines. A good thing about the enclave is that the downtime. If we put it inside of our engine and it starts to disinfect our engine, then the downtime is maybe 10 to 15 minutes. And then we're able to get back on the apparatus and be able to still provide a quality service for the community of Valdosta.
Another important factor is that the department will hopefully keep firefighters healthier by keeping everything clean.
It's extremely important to have the air enclave for the fire department because it slows down the sick leave time, because we want to be able to come to work, be healthy when we come to work, and provide a quality service. So it like I say, it reduces the sick leave time and then maybe possibly even people calling in. So it's a win-win for us all.
For more information, contact the Valdosta Fire Department. The City of Valdosta's Utilities Department has nearly completed the new EQ basin at the Withlacoochee Wastewater Treatment Plant. The new basin will allow the plant to store more wastewater in the event of a large influx of flow coming to the plant.
We are 99.9% complete with it, and as of this weekend, we should be 100% complete. We have installed an additional 7.8 million gallons of storage capacity out there, which will allow us to take those additional flows. And after the rainfall stop and the heavy flows rescind from coming into the wastewater plant, we'll be able to pump that wastewater back through the treatment process and get it properly treated and processed so that we can discharge it.
For more information, contact the Utilities Department. The Valdosta Police Department is teaming with Citizens Against Violence for a food drive to benefit its Venture Club. The club helps feed the needy in the Valdosta area. Drop-off locations include the VPD lobby or 624 East Jane Street.
I did some research and I found that 1 in 4 children in Georgia goes hungry every night. 1 in 7 families suffer from food insecurities here in Lowndes County. And I thought that was just really, really terrible for the 2020, 2019. How can that be when food is a basic necessity?
We met Miss Ethel several times, and we've helped the Citizens Against Violence several times. I've worked with them with their motorcades that they do. I had no clue about the Venture Club until we had a meeting with Chief Manahan and the Citizens Against Violence when they mentioned they had a Venture Club and they had a food pantry. I did. I kind of perked up because that's more in my wheelhouse. And I said to Miss Ethel, would you like to do a food drive? And she was all over it.
For more information, contact the Valdosta Police Department at 229-242-2606. On Saturday, November 19th, the Public Works Department held its Fall Electronics Recycling event at Mathis Auditorium.
Personally, our organization, Sigma Lambda Beta, we actually pride ourselves on community service. It's one of our principles. So just any opportunity to kind of give back to our community, we kind of jump to the opportunity. So this was just another opportunity to, run to. So
volunteers included the Azalea City Women's Club and students from Valdosta State University.
We actually volunteered last weekend at the cleanup, and we just wanted to follow up on another community service opportunity, so we came out.
The goal of the event is to not only keep these materials out of the landfill, but to also reuse as much of the product as possible.
What we're trying to do today is keep electronics from going into the landfill, to keep them off the streets, out of the trash cans, and just basically send them off where they can be recycled.
For more information, contact Public Works. The Valdosta Police Department wants to pass along some holiday shopping safety tips for residents.
Be aware of your surroundings. First off, when you pull in and park, try to park as close to the door as you can. Try to park under lights in the parking lot, because sometimes when we get in and we go shopping, time goes by really quick. And when we come outside, it's gotten darker before we expected it to. So if you park under the lights itself, it'll light your car up and make it safer for you to go to your car.
Don't leave gifts in plain sight in your car. Leave them in the trunk or take them home before returning to shop.
Please put your valuables in the trunk of your car. Do not leave anything open in view, in plain view, to anybody walking by your car. People like to go shopping in other people's cars, and if they see something valuable, they're quick to break windows out and go in and get it.
There's even advice for those that are shopping online this holiday season.
Don't leave packages on your doorstep. A lot of people have these Ring doorbell cameras. Those are incredible. Monitor that throughout the day if you have packages coming. If packages sit on the porch for a long enough period of time, someone will find themselves tempted to go up and take those packages from you. So if you can keep up with the tracking, always try to keep up with the tracking and have somebody else pick your package up for you that you know.
For more information, contact the Valdosta Police Department. On November 11th, City Manager Mark Barber appointed HR Director Catherine Ammons and Public Works Director Richard Hardy as new Deputy City Managers.
Extremely grateful and honored to be named Deputy City Manager, because that means that our City Manager saw something in me and Richard.
Just an honor to even be considered. Always, even when I first came on the board working for the city, my goal was to whatever I can do to help the city. And this is just another opportunity that it provides for me to help the city.
Citizens and employees won't see much change, but the two hope to create a better synergy between the departments.
We're going to free up some of his time to take care of a lot of the projects that needs to be worked. And thus, at the end of the day, everything we do is to provide for the citizens.
So they really won't see a significant change in that. What they will see is Richard and I will bring more synergy within the departments and continuously try to improve processes and strategic initiatives.
The change will allow the city manager to concentrate his time on large projects.
But having two people that he can rely on, whether it be administrative task or operation, he'll have us at his leisure, and we'll be able to go out and take a look at those things and provide him the necessary feedback if there's some decision to be made in that area.
You will just see continuous teamwork and collaboration within the departments.
For more information, contact the Public Information Office. The Valdosta Fire Department wants to remind citizens to always be aware while cooking your holiday dinner to avoid kitchen fires. Chief Boutwell especially wants you to be careful if you are frying a turkey.
We want to remind everyone to be safe as they're cooking and preparing meals and especially frying turkeys. So you want to keep your burners away from buildings, things that may catch fire. Make sure that you keep children and pets away from them. And of course, do not try to fry a frozen turkey.
For more information, contact the Valdosta Fire Department. The City of Valdosta's engineering department wants to inform citizens of the process to get a speed bump in their neighborhood.
Just to get speed bumps on your roadway, you have to call the engineering department or send an email to the department asking for a speed study. Once we receive that speed study, that information from the email, we'll go ahead and contact the citizens who's asking for the speed study. We'll try to be very specific, try to get the location, what day of the week they would like that speed study conducted. Once we get all that information, we will program the traffic counters to study for 24 hours.
Speed averages have to be over 10 miles over the posted speed limit after the 24-hour speed study is conducted.
We have a policy here in the city of Valdosta that sets guidelines for the installation of speed bumps. The policy states you have to have a speeding issue of 10 miles over your posted speed limit. So if the speed limit is posted as 30, and the vehicles are doing 41 miles an hour or better, that indicates you have a speeding problem on that roadway. Once that has been determined, a letter will be sent out to the citizens where they will have to get signatures from the homeowners or the legal resident of that property on that roadway to ask for speed bumps.
Ogden believes the city has a few people that are speeders, but generally it's not an issue. Of the 170 plus speed studies conducted so far in 2020, none have met the threshold of 10 miles over the posted speed limit.
Most of the neighborhoods in Valdosta do not have a speeding problem. That's difficult for the citizens to understand because they will see vehicles come through the road, which they consider at a high rate of speed. But once the counters are put out on the roadway and we collect the data, it shows they're traveling within the posted speed limit or within 5 miles over the posted speed limit. So that doesn't indicate you have a speeding problem on that roadway.
For more information, contact engineering. As we approach the holiday season, the city and its departments are hosting several events to give back to the community. Shot with a Cop, Shop with a Firefighter, and the Mayor's Motorcade are just a few of those major events. We encourage citizens to find a way to give back to those in need in 2020. This concludes another edition of City Focus. Be sure to visit our website, valdostacity.com. Like us on Facebook, Valdosta City Without Limits. Also like our Valdosta Youth Council page. Follow us on Twitter at City of Valdosta and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Metro 17 Valdosta, to watch City Focus on demand. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time here on City Focus.